Good morning. Special edition of the What We Learned because Gmail just updated the interface. And so I wanted to take you through that real quick so you wouldn't be confused. It's not a major change, but it does integrate a bunch of different tools together. You should get a pop-up in the bottom right-hand corner that says there's a new change to Google Gmail, and do you want to accept it? And you can say yes or no. Doesn't matter, because when you click on the little gear here in Gmail, it's going to drop down a menu that shows you at the very top of it, you're using the new Gmail view or you aren't, and then there'll be a toggle to switch between them. And that's going to last for a couple months before the new interface is permanent. So I'm encouraging you to give it a shot and try it so you get used to it, just so when they force it on you, you're not stuck with it. Okay, nothing's really going to look different once you've done this, unless you have the chat setting turned on. So if you do that, you click all settings, and then you go to chat and meet, and you can see Google Chat for me is turned on. So that's from the gear menu, see all settings, and then chat. What it does is it basically adds a little pane along the left-hand side that integrates Google Chat, Google Spaces, and Google Meet along with Gmail all in one interface. So once you've got the new interface enabled, your Mail tab is going to look exactly the same, with the exception of you'll probably see a few more of your labels, because this section used to be shared with some of these other tools, and now they're separated out, so you get a little bit more of a view in your Gmail. Chat is like an instant messaging tool. You can see from the green icons the people that are online and that you can chat with. The others you can leave a message for and they can get back to you. Okay, when you click on one of those people, you see the history of your chat with that person, including any pictures you might have uploaded. Chat works a lot like text messaging or instant messaging. You have a whole bar down here of tools that you can use to send them information, and it keeps a running conversation going, so you can always look back at things you had chatted about previously. Okay, so it's a quick communication tool that you don't have to wait on if they're present and at their desk. Spaces is more of a bulletin board area for a group of people. It's a workspace for a team, essentially. They call it Google Spaces. So you can set up as many teams as you want. You just click the new space button, give it a name, and pick who's going to be part of it. You can always send more invites later. We've set up one called Lead Teacher Support, and you can see it's got 85 members. We sent everybody an invite a couple weeks ago. If you want a new one, just send me an email. And you can have a chat, and people can help each other with problems, or you can answer them directly. You can also reference them, so they get a flag in their email that somebody has referenced them in a chat, in a space. Okay, just by putting the @ and then starting to type their name. It's also a file repository where you can put files you're working on for that. And now remember, this doesn't have to be just a team. It can be a specific project where you want to collect the files together and have a conversation about that specific project. And you can even assign people that are part of that space a task to do. And you can see which tasks are done and when they were done. So that's Google Spaces. The last tool that's part of this new Gmail interface is the Google Meet. Okay, so instead of having to go to a different website or click on a different button, you just click on the Meet tab. You can start a brand new meeting. You can join an existing meeting with a code, or you can see the meetings that you've already scheduled on the calendar here in this interface. This is not the interface to use with students. This is for professional relationships between faculty to faculty, staff to faculty, etc. If you're doing meets with students, you should use the link in Google Classroom still, okay? Because these are not secure meets in that they can be used over and over again by anybody who has the address. Okay, so what they've done is essentially they put all of these tools into the one interface here. The little hamburger menu at the top of it does not actually affect this pane. That's the one that shrinks your labels and makes them disappear or brings them back. So that's the new Gmail interface. Have fun playing with it. Remember, in about a month and a half, you're going to have it anyway. So you might as well get used to it. Have a good weekend.